Thank you guys.
What was the biggest surprise today as far as who showed up? I mean, it was just mind-boggling, all the different
Just the
departments
sheer
and-
quantity, the quantity of trucks. It was just endless. It was absolutely amazing, the number of trucks that came out. I'm completely humbled and blown away.
You've got a yard full of gifts here. What's some of the loot that you guys picked up here?
It looks like a lot of trucks. Dylan would prefer Disney World. I mean, a construction site over Disney World. But we'll donate a lot of these back to the clinic. A lot of this is going to go to the hospital. That was one of the big things through everything. He would get presents after treatments, after pokes, after chemos, and it would make it exciting for him. He would go and he would be happy to go because he'd be leaving with something. So we're going to give a lot of these back to the hospital. So thank you, everybody.
Was today even better than you envisioned it to be?
100%. 100%. 1,000% better. It's priceless. It really is. I'm very humbled. Thank you.
So nice weather too.
Yeah. Thank God.
So moving forward, he's still got to go for outpatient therapy?
He still has blood draws every month for the entire year, and then every 2 months for the following year, then every 3 months for the year after that.
Okay.
But they'll eventually go to IV pokes and blood draw. They'll have his port removed hopefully before the end of the year if his counts are good enough for that. So it's still a long road, but there's no more treatment, there's no more chemo, there's no more medicine, there's no more being fearful that he has a compromised immune system. We'll try to get on with our lives as best we can.
How do you want to try to bridge the shock after all this that you received today? If you just came early.
I don't think we can.
There's nothing left.
I don't think we can. It's insane and overwhelming.
What did you, let me get the microphone a little closer to you, but what did you think of today?
Awesome.
What made it awesome?
The parade.
Who all did you see? I saw Mickey Mouse. Who else did you see?
Ninjas.
Wow.
That was every truck in the state, I think.
I believe you.
Do you?
The parade was really a lot more than I expected. It was bigger, better, louder, I think, than anyone ever thought. I mean, an hour and 45 minutes straight parade is unbelievable. And we just are so grateful to this amazing community that we have that wanted to come out and help us and just make the day for him in a socially distant way.
Was it better than you even envisioned it to be? The weather, first of all, was...
First of all, the weather's beautiful, and it is exponentially better than I expected. I mean, a million times better. Lights, sirens, I mean, exotics, Porsches, Jeep Club, Something Blue Photography came, and they did free photo. Ozinga had brought the Mary Mixer. It was just amazing. I mean, just to have people that collect memories for us too is a really big deal. It's one thing to be at that event, but it's another thing then to 5, 10, 15 years down the line, be able to show Dylan, like, all of these people did this for you. So it's amazing.
And that's the thing. He's probably in a lot of ways, maybe still too young to really process this.
Yeah.
But in a short time, a couple of years.
You know
like,
what?
wow.
They really get wise beyond their years when something like this happens. I mean, he really understands everything. As soon as this virus hit, he was like, "Mommy, we can't go to this and we can't go do that." And I'm like, "You are completely right. We cannot go there or do that." I mean, he was used to wearing a mask and sanitizing his hands the second we get in a car. And every time we touch a shopping cart or go eat at a restaurant, we're constantly washing and sanitizing. And he has really become wise beyond his years with all of this that he's been through. So I think that he does get how cool this is. I don't think he gets the magnitude of how much work goes into coordinating something like this, but thanks to our amazing community, it wasn't hard at all. Yeah.
Beyond the parade, today's a pretty special day with him being done with chemo. How do you feel?
He takes his last chemo pill tonight. That's going to be really emotional. And then tomorrow, he has an appointment and he rings the bell tomorrow. So he gets to ring the bell, and that's going to be completely beyond words. I don't know. I don't even know what that's going to feel like.
What was it like seeing him all excited, waving, smiling, having a good time?
It was literally the best thing ever. I mean, like, it completely just fills your heart. It just fills your heart. It makes every tear, every difficult day just really worth it, just to be able to give him this at the end. I mean, he's worked so hard and he's had such a positive attitude. He's so kind. If he sees like a little boy and he likes one of his toys, he's like, here, you want to take it? That's the kind of kid he's become, because he has been given so much that he has no problem giving back now. I mean, we had an amazing toy drive last year, and he collected toys, and he did not ask for one toy. He never said, can I please have that? Can I have that? I want that. He's really an incredible kid. He's wise beyond his years, and I'm just really proud he's my kid.
What's the significance? Is that something specific for leukemia or at the hospital in general? Ringing the bell, what is that?
Ringing the bell is actually something that adults, children do when they finish their treatment, all of their chemo treatments. So since his last chemo pills, today we decided to do a Monday appointment so we can ring the bell. He gets his blood drawn through his port again. He will continue getting his blood drawn once a month for the next year, and then every other month for another year, and then every 3 months for another year, up until the 5-year mark, and then he gets to go to the hospital yearly.
When does he get the port removed?
He gets the port removed. Well, we're actually going to find out tomorrow.
Come just a little bit this way again. They're perfect.
I think he's going to get the port removed probably either in December or January. It depends on the state of the coronavirus and if they're doing elective surgeries. But there's a possibility he might get it out by the end of the year.
I bet that'd make him happy, I would imagine.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of complications that come with a port being in. Every single fever, it's a hospitalization if he has a port in. It's, every sniffle, every little temperature is a huge concern with the port in, because it could be a source of massive infection, and since it goes directly in his heart, it's a big concern every time he has a fever. So once that port's out, that is something we no longer have to worry about, even though he'll still be immunocompromised for a while, because the chemo has to kind of get out of his system. At least we won't have the port as a nuisance anymore.
Right.
Were you nervous coming into today? I mean, this is not every day you have a grand parade come by your house.
I was nervous the police were going to shut us down. That was my biggest concern.
Okay.
Or that somebody was going to get in an accident. Yeah, I just wanted everybody to be happy and healthy, and I wanted it to be perfect for my son. So that's all I wanted.
Do you know how many vehicles has anyone said?
Well over 300. It was an
There were
hour.
100 Jeeps, I had to think at
I
least.
mean, yeah, so there were, I really don't know. I wanted to be able to keep track of it, but there was really no way. There was no way. I mean, well over, I would say well over.
It's all arbitrarily decided. There were 1,000.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. It was so many more people than even responded came. They just, word of mouth, sharing on Facebook, Instagram, social media.
Any surprise attendees today? Was there someone that you're like, oh my gosh, they made it today, I can't believe it? Or is it just all kind of blur at this
My
moment?
dad had to FaceTime from Florida because he couldn't fly in for it. So that was nice. I got to see him on FaceTime. We got to participate. So I'm just happy my dad was there. I mean, Something Blue Photography coming out, they've supported Dylan and done free photography sessions for him throughout this whole thing, like once a year. So they came out and again, they volunteered their services so that we can have memories. That was like, oh my God, that's amazing. The Jeep Club, giving him that life-size Jeep that he can roll around in was amazing. A fellow leukemia warrior, Samuel Strong, came, and that was awesome. Just a lot of friends, a lot of family. It was just incredible. I mean, I could go on and on.